Instagram पे कुछ अच्छा है all of this shit doesn't look good on my face. Oh, it started. Oh my god. Okay.
Also, I feel like the world we live in right now has become so instant all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's genuinely not that difficult to be kind. Hi
Hi,
guys,
guys.
welcome
Welcome
to
to
the
the
Anything
Anything
Everything
Everything podcast.
podcast.
Hi, guys. So, we're already second video down in 2026. Today, we'll be covering a very interesting topic. It's have people actually forgotten to be kind or not
Yeah. And this is something that I think we are all noticing around us,
around us? Yeah.
because kindness and the mentality around it has significantly like shifted
Yeah.
from the way it was like a few years ago. So there are a few things that we wanted to cover. There are a few things that we have talked about before that I felt like deserved a much more deeper conversation, because you genuinely see a big shift in how people deal with each other online and offline as well. So yeah, what do you think, Prasha? Like, why do you think there has been a shift in the way people treat each other?
More importantly, over the past few years, what I have noticed significantly that kindness is not like it has not disappeared, it's just reduced. Like people
Yeah,
have been chasing these expectations, these sense of validations all the time, that kindness is has just somewhere lost, somewhere in the transit in between all of the hustle culture as it is. More importantly, kindness and niceness are two different aspects altogether.
yeah,
Niceness is being nice to someone, it can be an act, whereas kindness or empathy, if you like it, it's somewhat as an intention. You can choose to be kind because kindness does not cost anything.
exactly. And you do notice that big shift between the way people treat each other. For example, you can just take like the smallest example where you used to see people coming together years ago, where no matter what happened, if your family needed something, you could go ask people around you if you needed help. Now I feel there is always some reluctance, there is always
Yeah,
some sort of like inhibitions that come across, that will they help me, would they not help me, would I get a positive experience when I do something. So that's all because we have created these huge like boundaries, and we have realized that maybe because of the amount of judgment that sometimes people receive, that that person or that area might not be the most
very. Yeah.
happy like reception
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I would
yeah.
receive.
Also, I feel like the world we live in right now has become so instant all of a sudden.
Yeah,
From like, you can say, instant noodles to like instant packaging and like instant products. Everything is just instant. Everything you want, people, whatever needs or whatever you have, everything can be found on the internet or on the social
yeah,
media, because everything is so easily accessible right now that along the way, I think empathy is just lost, even on the social media, even in reality,
exactly.
it's just lost.
People that comment or people that harass people online, they never see faces, right? So they can't ever recognize that there is a person behind the screen. They don't realize that. They don't realize that whatever comments they are making, it genuinely affects a nervous system. Like, it's a big deal.
It's a big
And
deal,
this has
bullying
been like
especially.
a systematic desensitization to feelings. That's what's happening. It's not positive in any way. The way people are so comfortable in making comments on everybody's lives when they might not know anything about that person. They don't know
Yeah,
their lifestyle, what they do, how they behave, but they still have
they
an
just have
opinion
this,
about it.
yeah, this whole, like, they just make it as an assumption that okay, this is how I see the person on the internet, this is how they are behind the camera, which is
Yeah,
not true.
and that feeds so much rage and
Negativity, yeah,
betrayal
yeah,
into this space where nobody was this unkind. Like,
yeah,
why do you think it's so easy for you to make some really rude comments about people that you don't know, that you have never genuinely met in your life? But then where is that rage, like that deep resentment coming from?
yeah.
And that's something that they have to ask, like, why are you so mad about a person just living their life?
Yeah, especially now that we see on the social media, there's been this whole toxic culture on social
Yeah,
media, especially about the commenting, that people have forgotten that even the content creators and whoever you see on the social media platforms, they are also fighting their own battles, they are also going through something at that time. And that negative messaging, or like even like a small message, would, like a bad message, would discourage the person to such an extent that it might affect them in so many ways that you would never understand, because it's you behind the screen, like you're texting, right? And you don't know what the other person actually, who is actually recording and putting in so much effort, putting in so much work while content creating, when that person reads the comments, you don't know how deeply and negatively it affects that person, which is
Exactly.
very, very sad, I feel, altogether. And another thing, I feel that kindness should be radical,
Yeah.
because it's become so crucial right now that people are just chasing validation, expectation, success, call it whatever. They have to like slow down sometimes, I feel.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that all of us want the same type of thing.
Yeah.
And when we recognize that dream about whatever you are chasing is kind of constant in each one of us, we will actually start being kinder,
Kind of,
because
yeah.
you realize that we are genuinely the same person, whether you live here or whether you live somewhere else. Everybody is the same in all parts of the world. And also, another fact that I don't enjoy is how rampant cancel culture has become.
Yeah, yeah.
Cancel culture has become so rampant. Like, you could say one thing on a bad day, and that could ruin like
Your
your entire
entire,
trajectory of
there were
your
so
life.
many content creators who got cancelled in 2025, like not
Yeah,
just content creators, a lot of
just
people.
people. And I
Yeah.
understand that, sometimes it is needed, like accountability is important, but for other people, when they're just making one comment, it's not even how they, it's the tone that they're speaking it in or whatever. But that does not mean that that's how they are. Like, you cannot perceive them in that one way forever. You will also realize that if I said it, wouldn't I want another chance?
Even on the other side of the camera, there is a real human being
Person.
recording the content, putting in the effort. There's a whole team behind that person doing the stuff or whatsoever. Also, what I personally feel is that kindness does not always require perfection all the
Yeah.
time. It can be even like, it can be small acts of kindness, like say for example, you chose silence instead of speaking in some place where it was required, or it was just small words of encouragement to your friend who might be feeling low on one day, or it might be just picking up a gift for someone who you met like maybe after 3 to 4 months. It does not require perfection. In any aspect of your life, perfection is not required. There
Yeah.
has to be moments of uncertainty and imperfection that shape you into a much better person altogether.
Exactly. And all that matters that you show up for others in one way
Sure.
or the other. And
Yeah.
it's genuinely not that difficult to be kind.
Yeah.
It's kindness, the best kind of kindness is one that comes unconsciously to
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
That
very.
when you're, it could even be the fact that you smiled at someone on the street. Like, I heard this one story of one man. He was just walking down the street, he smiled at someone, and that man literally stopped and said
Yeah.
that, you don't know how much I needed that.
Oh
Like,
my
you
god.
don't know how much I needed to be seen. The fact that people are struggling to actually feel seen is such a problem in today's world, that
I
we
agree.
don't. Yeah, it's the fact that one small recognition,
Yeah.
like one small smile,
Is just what
is
makes the other
enough to
person's
make
day.
someone's day,
Yeah.
and not even their day. Sometimes for years they'll remember that one point.
Yeah.
Like, you just need someone who sees you as a
Yeah.
person. And once we do that for each other, I think the world would start becoming a
A
much
better
better
place,
place.
yeah. Speaking on this, one of my very old teachers in my like pre-primary, not pre-primary, primary schools, she used to like, she had this like every month she used to, because we were like very young back then, she used to give us like these small acts of like small gifts, like say like a bookmark or like small books or like candies or toffees. And there was this, I still have it, there's this one bookmark that she gave us in particular, which said that kindness does not require money. Like, you
Yeah.
don't require some sort of monetary value or something to be kind or to just smile at someone on the road, as you said. And as I said even before, kindness does not require you to be perfect.
Exactly.
You can just choose to be kind, and that might help the other person, even who might be even having a bad day. So it helps in mysterious ways like that, unconsciously and consciously.
I think another factor that kind of inhibits people from being kind is the fact that they think self preservation is much more important than actually being kind.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault, it's nobody's fault, but it's the fact that we are living in this world where we have to always be on our toes, always be
Yeah.
vigilant of people, always be aware of who we are talking to, because we never know who's going to be negative to us or be harmful to us. Yeah, and people just glorify detachment.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they basically say ki no, it's fine, I'm very good alone, I don't need anybody's help. And I understand, because I'm also one of those people sometimes where I feel I can do everything alone, I don't want anybody's help, because if somebody helps me, then what if they critique what I do in a very negative way, you know? When you invite people into your space, you are bound to be hurt in one way or the other.
Yeah.
And that's somebody's mentality, which I completely understand. But to actually know people and to actually open yourselves up to others, you need to be a little sensitive
Yeah.
and open, like be a little more personal.
Yeah.
And when you're kind, I think you mitigate the bad impact of it. That when someone is kind to you while you're being emotional or while you're sharing something personal, then that person feels loved, and
Yeah.
that's all we want.
Yeah. And more importantly, as we even discussed earlier, it's very simple and easy to be kind to other people,
Yeah,
because on the other end of the other person's even mind, you don't know what the other person is going through. It's very difficult, and sometimes even what you mean might end up becoming, some sort of misunderstanding for the other person on the other end. So I feel this day and age, especially this year, I think one of the goals for the both of us that we set is to just be kind and to let things go. Let
yeah.
things take their own shape and form and whatsoever. And whoever wants to come and just, spread their opinion, let them. Just let them. The let them theory works, guys.
Exactly. And also the fact that sometimes people are not cruel, they're just overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I understand that today's world we live in, you have so many pressures. We have financial pressures, we have relationship pressures, we have our own emotional things that we need to go through on an everyday basis. Like, employment is a big problem. Earning money enough for you to live the lifestyle
It's
you
a
want.
huge problem.
Yeah, it's a huge problem, and we are all constantly in this survival mode, that I need to check these lists so that one day I can be finally happy, and so that one day I can feel protected
Yeah.
because I have created something for myself. And that is very important. But I think because of all of that, because of that constant fear of what if I don't become who I want to be, we forget to be kind to the people that are around us.
Around us.
That
Yeah.
we snap at people because we are thinking of something, that oh no,
Yeah.
please leave me alone, I'm doing this right now, like I need to do this, I need to do this. And in that, like, anger, or in that frustration and fear of not being able to do something, we distance ourselves from other
Yeah.
people and say that don't disturb me, don't do that, and kind of become a person who is unkind. Again, it's just a battle. Take it one day at a time, and just show up for people in small ways.
It's very critical. As she said, it's one of the main aspects is that kindness begins at home. In
Yeah.
particular, home in layman's term, what it means is that the more kind and grateful and graceful even you are to yourself, the same way you would be able to reflect those emotions on other people as well. If you're not kind to yourself, if you keep criticizing yourself about something that has not yet happened or has happened already in the past, then this is the same way you would treat other people as well. This is some sort of ripple effect, as you call it. The more you criticize and the more negative you talk about in your own head, if you keep overthinking, say for example, if you have like a difficult exam or like a difficult situation or something or the other coming up in the future, and you keep constantly telling that to yourself ki nahi, this is not going to happen, it's not going to happen, it will not happen. Try being more, I think, benign, more gentle, more, be more kind to yourself, guys. That's where the root problem will be solved once you turn the camera inwards.
Yeah, when you're kind to
When you're
yourself.
kind to yourself, that's the main thing right now. And people, as you said even before, when we talked about it, it's become some sort of hustle culture right now. People are hustling, people are chasing, people are running around doing something, and when they accomplish something, the other box is supposed to be ticked immediately after that, which does not work like that. This is why I say, like even in the smallest ways, try being kind to yourself. Do these small, like some acts of
Rituals,
kindness,
yeah.
yeah, some rituals to yourself that would make you more at peace.
Yeah, because your life is not some like box that has to be
That
ticked.
has to be ticked.
And
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
important that yes, you have to keep achieving new things in life, but also when you achieve something, allow yourself to revel in it and be happy with
Yeah.
what you've done, and show yourself kindness that hey, I did it,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
be
You
proud of
showed
it.
up and you did
Yeah,
it.
and you
That's
have to
what
be proud
matters.
of it. And remember that, like any other habit, a habit takes time, a
Yeah.
habit takes consistency. The same way, try to make kindness your habit. Start with those small things where you genuinely look at people and they feel seen.
Yeah.
And it will take time, but kindness will come easier to you.
Even
The same
within.
way
Yeah.
it will come easier when we start practicing it
Yeah. Yeah.
every single day.
Yeah.
And one day it would be second nature. And that's what it is. Kindness as a practice, as a ritual, has to be nurtured every single day
Yeah, that's why, even as we said, kindness should be radical, especially in this day and
in this
age.
world. Yeah,
It's very important.
these are the things that if we all do collectively, because collectivism is obviously stronger than
Collectivism versus
individualism.
individualism. Very true.
Synergy, 2 plus 2 is equal to 5, will only happen when we start becoming
Yeah,
much more kinder to
very
each other.
important. And I think this is supposed to be, I think this is for the both of us also. One goal of 2026 is to
Is to be
just be
kinder.
kinder to yourself so that we can be kind to others as well.
Yeah,
Very important, guys.
I think with
That's the
that,
end.
yeah, with that we end today's episode. Let us know how you show up for your loved ones and
Yeah.
other people, how you are kind, and if you struggle with that too.
Yeah, let us know down in the comments. And if you have any other suggestions for the next episodes, or what you will, if you want to see another sort of genre, do let us know in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.